In the summers between football seasons, Fabian Delph prefers to switch off from football, let his young daughters paint his nails pink and put angel wings on his head. His wife, Natalie, and daughters Sophia and Aleya couldn't care less about the game, and given how much commitment he puts into the season, almost to the point of family neglect, he prefers to give them all his attention. Delph is an incredibly family-oriented person. He has, in his own words, literally 3 friends, and not giving them his undivided attention for the other 9 months of the year is hard. So this summer, having been one of the less expected call-ups to gear at Southgate's England World Cup squad, the girls are, understandably, gutted he won't be around. Whose nails can they paint now? Family matters are complicated further by a baby due on the 30th of June, 2 days after England play Belgium in their final group game. He is as yet unsure if he'll be able to make it back for the birth. "We're not 100% certain," he says. "There might be an opportunity to fly back and then get back fast. Who knows, England could be out by then." Family man Delph has discussed the impending birth with Southgate, who has been hugely supportive. "There's nothing more important than family to me. As you've probably gathered, family always comes first and always will. If I do have the opportunity to get back, I will, but if not, my wife's tough. She's a Yorkshire lass, she'll deal with it. They all hate football. They couldn't care less. My daughters are absolutely devastated I'm going to be away. But the missus is buzzing. She was thinking about doing a backflip. They're great and I'd probably prefer it to be like that. I finish a game and whether I played well or didn't, I can switch off. It's hard to watch it with my family, but I honestly try my hardest once the season's over to ignore it, because I put absolutely everything into what I do daily, 100%. Once the season's finished, I try my hardest to switch off. I watched snippets of the last World Cup. It's like an agreement I have with my missus and kids. No football. I'm very, very intense. I train extremely hard and I don't neglect them, but there's times when I can't do as much with them because I need to make sure my preparation is spot on. I've literally got no outside distractions. I'm a family man. I've got about 3 friends. I'm a very family-oriented person. If you think about what goes on outside of your bubble, it could drive you mental, couldn't it? Yorkshire T. Delph, 28, is Yorkshire through and through. He met Natalie through a teammate at Leeds United in his younger playing days. "There's only Yorkshire tea bags in my house," he declares, although he forgot them for the trip to St George's Park to meet up with his England teammates, prompting a call from Natalie. He won't forget them for Russia. Delph's accent is so thick that Manchester City manager Pep Guardiola often cannot understand him. He's always saying, "Pardon?" or "What?" There are a few Yorkies in his squad, but they're posh Yorkshire men, them, like John Stones. He's neglected his roots. "I'm Bradford, 'tis read proper there." The midfielder came so close to leaving for Stoke City last summer, so he could easily have been going through relegation, facing the Championship come August, rather than with Premier League and League Cup winners' medals for his cabinet and a late decision for Southgate. Team player. When players talk about putting the team first and themselves last, it often comes across as some spiel they learnt at PR school, but not with Delph. He was aware he was unlikely to play much for City last summer, but was determined to stay and plug away. Sure enough, fullback Benjamin Mendy was ruled out injured, so the versatile central midfielder turned left back, where he often trains, and made a place for himself in Guardiola's star-studded side. It is almost sad to hear him admit that with Mendy in the side it would have been more exciting style of player in that position. "I'm a team player and I think the manager values people like me, who pretty much put themselves last and put the team first," Delph says. I knew that if I kept working and kept putting in a shift daily, that if there was an opportunity I would get to play and prove that I could play with that bunch of players, and that I would be able to prove myself. Luckily I managed to do that. Unfortunately for Sophia and Aleya, it also means there will be no daddy around to practice their nail painting for the majority of the summer.